Hey everyone, David DeHaas here, Living Waters, livingwaterscleanse.com. And so tonight I want to talk to you about gut health and how that may relate to what you may be going and experiencing now in your world, years later. So David DeHaas here, and what happened to me is I had to go on about a 20-year journey to figure out why I was sick. So some of the symptoms I had over the years, I started out with allergies, severe asthma. I used to have 3 shots a week for allergies years ago. Had severe psoriasis, acne would never go away. Eventually ended up with having cancer, but was always tired, always had severe pain, always tearing muscles or ligaments or things like that. Just seemed like I never heal. So I spent about 20 years, and that mission or that gift, if you will, took me around the world and meet a lot of great people. And eventually it ended up with us starting a process called the 10-day deep tissue cleanse here at Living Waters in Boise, Idaho. So if you want to know more about that, I've actually included a link down below that gives you it's a webinar that tells you more details about gut health. But it's come to me lately, or over the last 10 years, but more recently lately, a lot of young people have been coming to me. And we've tied a lot of things back to maybe when they were a child or when they were in their college years. And here, 5, 10, 15 years later, they're really severely sick. And they spent a lot of money and get diagnosed with a lot of different symptoms, and they've taken a lot of different medications, but it hasn't helped. And what I want to share today here on the screen, if we can pull that up a little bigger, is that what happens when you get under stress, and why stress is so important for you to pay attention to. And we have a lot of stress in our world today. We have all this great technology, but it's made the world faster and faster and faster, and we're just spinning and spinning and spinning, and pretty soon it just And so when you have that angst, if you have that stress, if you have that fear, that emotion, you stuff it in your gut. And there's a reason why they call this the second brain. Okay? And so you can see here, these are actually x-ray pictures of people's colons. And you can see this is really not good. This person's got, over here on the top left, has got diverticuli. And so these are literally pushed out pockets in the colon of basically old fecal matter. Here you see a prolapse of the transverse colon. Now, transverse colon is really important. If you're having headaches, migraines, if you're having depression, anxiety, if you're bipolar, it has everything to do with the brain, this transverse colon. 90% of your serotonin gets made here. Look at this colon down here, middle left. This is really severely impacted colon. And this is where the parasites love to hang out. If you think about it, the small intestine dumps into here, the large intestine. And then look at this. This is just, wow. This person's having a severe problem pooping. So today I had someone in, and their pain has gotten so bad, now they're on medication and they're taking pain meds. They actually want to put a morphine drip in this person. Well, now what's happened, just because of the previous medication, because what happens when you're taking pain meds, let me pull up this slide here, it's literally going to shut down your transverse colon. And if you can see here, this is, you probably can't see this, it's really hard to see, but in my webinar you may be able to blow this up a little better. But this is all brain area here. This is the pink area here, this is the transverse colon. So literally what happens is, to stop pain, we shut this down, because this all goes to the brain. You don't want pain, should we shut it down? Well, what happens to the colon? It shuts down. Why they don't have colon hydrotherapy beds in hospitals today blows my mind. Because prior to 1923, they actually had systems in hospitals for this very reason. So we've got to get this running again. How are you going to do that? Especially when you don't go poop for a couple of days, it starts to dry out. Okay, and now it's harder and harder. So how are we going to hydrate that? You can't drink enough water. You can't take enough fiber. In fact, fiber usually will make it worse. So we want to do colon hydrotherapy. Like it sounds, we're putting water into your colon and a little tiny rectal tube, very teeny tiny, smaller than a pencil. And water's going to flow in here very gently, and it's going to dissolve and basically start dissolving all its old fecal matter, and that'll start coming out. But the most important thing after that is getting the muscle to start pushing back. So when you do a bowel movement, when you know what they call peristalsis, this muscle literally has to, when pain meds go in, it stops this process. It's not doing this. It just stops, okay? So it's really important to pay attention to your stress, because stress is huge. And when we stop down these processes, you can see here, every organ and part in your body has a nerve connection to those organs. So whether it's your lung, your neck, your ear, your shoulder, your arm pain, your groin pain, your legs, your knees, your hands, your eyes, your heart, your liver, your spleen. There's a connection for everything. And we can always relate it back to that person when they got constipated. And when they started getting constipated was usually after the stress began. And they didn't notice it at first. It may seem like, well, maybe they went poop, maybe not twice a day, maybe once every other day. Or it happened for a little while, but guess what? It gets left behind, and you got old, rotting fecal matter. It's so acid in there that it literally holes in your gut. And now you've got a thing called leaking gut. So how do we solve this? We solve it there. Really, 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 really simple to do. So really important for you guys to understand how bad stress is. So, doing things, we teach a lot of emotional techniques to take care of stress when it happens here in our 10-day cleanse. There's lots and lots of tools. We teach 35 different steps on 10-day cleanse that we do here in Boise, Idaho, so that you can prevent this in the future. And also we teach you mind mapping, how you can instantly change the cellular structure in your body. You have the cells, because they take on that emotion that you're worried about right now. And so when you have that fear and all that going on in your body, it's not good long term. And usually we rate it all the way back. For example, the gal came here with Lyme disease. She remembers clearly what happened when she was 5 years old. Big event, a lot of stuff happened in the family. And guess what? She had Lyme disease. And for 35 years, she was basically disabled. And now she's released that. She's working full time. She's cleaning her body. The parasites left. And she's living really, really, really good. So we see these kinds of things turn around pretty quickly by using the processes and techniques. If you want more about that, go to the webinar and watch the webinar. I'm just going to share with you today, manage your stress the best you can. And we know what? And a lot of times we all need a coach. And maybe that's someone you talk to. Maybe it's someone, the best thing you can do is get that anger out. Go out and chop wood, throw rocks, big glass. Those are some of the things. Just let go of the anger going in, because you do not want to end up with a colon like this. And as a coach, enjoy these that I do about 5 days a week at least. If you do, give me a like and a share if you would. And one more, just like that, and if that resonates with you, want to still have to take a tour, talk to us, just the office of call, it's on our website. Meanwhile, you can today.